Hey guys, welcome back. It's your favorite Gimp of the Limp. We're going to jump right back up into Black Seas where we left off. Still have our brig, frigate, and third rate who are all going at it. We're going to roll for our wind, see if anything changes this time. And no, got a 5. So it's not going to change. I wonder if there's a lot of games where they do change very often. All right. Well, anyway, our weather gauge still coming in from the bottom. So this ship, then the frigate, then the third rate is going to go. Is he going to adjust his sails? This is coming in enough bottom towards him that I could call it that he could go 3 movement. Should I give him the 3 movement? That could get him up there. That could definitely get him up there. I don't know. Let me look here. Let's see. If he goes up roughly 5 inches to about there, turns a little bit, another 5, put him right about there, do another shot, turn, and then go that way, end up over there. Yeah, screw it. Let's go up to full sails. First, let's make sure we're not incurring any type of penalty because we want to hit him with broadsides. The only thing he's got is a couple of heavy cannons. Now, the target vessels sail more. Oh, he'll get a -2 penalty for going at full sails, but I don't think he's going to be able to get close enough 10 inches because if you look, I mean, this thing is 8, right? So just a couple longer than that will put him like right alongside that third rate. Maybe turn him a little bit and just do the 1. Yeah, they got to try to get some damage. So we're going to keep it at battle sails instead. We're going to go with the 2 move instead of the 3 move. Let him be a little more tactical about it. Move this stuff out of the way here. All right, put it up alongside. Get his 5 inches. And then we're going to turn him just a little bit. Ooh, he got snugged in there. Snugged. And he's got plenty of turning radius here to go wherever he wants. What do you think? Straight up? Maybe a little bit more over? Yeah, give him a little more turn. Have him go right in. See if he can get closer than 3 inches to get his last shot in on it. All right, so this is going to be a little bit harder because I'm right here on this island on measuring this, but I think we can get it. We'll just do it alongside. Try not to mess this up too much. We actually pull these off because those are from the previous turns, so don't have to worry about that. All right. And we will move him up to there. Ooh, he's definitely going to have to swing it. All right. Get straight along it. There we go. And he's going to have to swing his vessel to try to get a shot in. So can I fit this turning radius without bumping stuff? Key question. I mean, he's definitely going to be able to get a shot in. All right, so let's turn. Oh, about there. Turn about there. That way he's not too far off, but he's pointing at that ship so he can get some shots on. But I don't think he made the 3 inches. Now, had he done one more move, he would have gotten closer because he could have gone another 5 inches. Oh, now I'm looking at it. He could have maybe done a shot right up his butt and gotten a good amount of damage on him. Oh, well, that's all right. We live and learn. But at least he's not going to incur the penalty. But he's definitely not within 3 inches. But he is under 10. Okay, so he's not going to be getting a bad modifier. All right, so firing 1 gun position. Regular crew. Target's not over 10. It's not point blank, though. Shooting vessel's not anchored. He's not full sails. No one went more than 10. And it is a large ship, so he's getting +1. So he's hitting on 6s, but he only gets to fire his 2 dice. So I could go to aim high to try to hit the sails, maybe slow him down a little bit. If they were lucky enough to get a crit. Screw it, let's try it. We're going to aim high. We're only going to hit on 4 and under, but they've got to try to get some criticals if they're going to take this guy down. So they need to slow him so they can circle him around and get out of his gun positions. All right, here we go. 4 and under. He got a single hit. Damn. I was hoping for a 1 on that one to get the critical, but that is okay. That is still 2 damage. Plinking away at him. Getting a little something done there. Drop this down to a 1. If I can get it over. There we go. All right, so the third rate is down to 71 hull. Now we're to our frigate, and I think we're going to leave him in battle sails as well. I was thinking about having him shoot to start, but we're not going to do that. We're going to move him up his 5 and probably turn and then fire. Oh, let me turn the camera down, sorry. So let's move him straight up to his 5 right there. And then we're going to turn him as much as possible, and we might be able to get a stern shot on him this time. All right, turn. All the way over. I mean, we definitely got him in the broadside, but I'm still thinking that's going to count as a side shot because we're coming in across over him. If he were farther up, like if he were here and firing over, I'd give him the stern. But if we just trace the line over, it's hitting into his side. It's not hitting into his rear, so we're not going to be able to give him that. Damn. Oh, that's okay, because he is still getting his bow shot or his broadside into him, which is good. We got to do one more turn or one more move. I can't forget that. But we do have, for the frigate, 2 heavy cannons, 1 light cannon, and he's got a carronade as well. So this is good for them. This is the biggest amount of damage they've been able to put towards that third rate this entire game. So this is good stuff. Okay. Now, for his modifiers, I think it's going to be just the +1 for him as well, because nothing else is going to apply. We're not going to aim high. We're not going to do it. We're going to try to put damage through on this one. And I want to fire some red shot to see if I can set him on fire, but I know the moment I choose to fire red shot is the moment I'm going to roll a 10 and set the frigate on fire, so we're not going to do it. We're just going to do a regular shot and hope for the best. It's going to be hitting on 6s and under. All right, let's see what we get. Big money here. Big money. Oh, they got a critical. They got a critical, but the one that they really needed to hit missed. The carronade missed. That's 3 damage right there. Oh, that would have been great. But that's 4 damage, 5 damage total. 1 light, 2 heavy cannons hit, and 1 critical hit. So we're up to 5, and let's roll for a critical very quickly. And I consistently forget to print this damn thing out, but that's all right. It ain't the end of the world. It ain't the end of the world. So that on there real quick, and roll our D6, our little baby D6 here. And got a 2. A 2 is the gun deck hit. Oh, this is good for them. A gun position has been damaged by enemy fire, or the gun crew has been temporarily disabled. Place a gun deck hit token on the ship next to the gun position affected. Remove the gun token at the end of the ship's next activation. The ship will fire 2 fewer cannons of each type, including mortars, from that gun position to a minimum of 0. Oh, that is horrible. That is horrible. He's not going to be able to fire. Oh, so bad for him. I mean, he can fire, but oh. So we're putting that on, obviously, this right side, so he cannot fire from that right side with anything besides a single light cannon. A single light cannon is all he can do on the next round from that side. That is so bad. Oh, that's so bad for him. Okay, cool. Let's finish our movement out here. And maybe I should have let him fire at the end of his next turn, because I might have been able to get a rear shot off on him with a turn onto it. All right, and he's going to have to turn hard to prevent going off, but I don't know if he's going to be able to turn enough, because I think he's going to hit something. He's going to have a collision on the next turn, maybe. Well, no, he might be able to scoot that out. Oh, look at that. That would have been a perfect stern shot. Oh, I should have waited. See, this is the thing about playing a game a lot, is you can actually get to where you can picture in your head where the ship's going to be at the end of the turns. And the biggest thing for me is pivoting them on the rear, right? Instead of like the center, because I'm used to X-Wing where ships kind of pivot on the center or the front. And that's how the turns go. Well, these guys pivoting on the rear makes it to where I can just not see it in my head where the ship's going to go. Oh, if he'd been firing up the stern, that would have added +1 for all the damage that he did on the target. So he would have done, I think, an extra, 4 damage? How many dice? No, 3 damage. He would have done an extra 3 damage. If you're firing in through the bow, it's double the damage. So it would have been 8 damage onto him. So let's drop this down. They did 5, and he's at 71, so it's going to be 66. Drop him down. This is what they need. The French really need to tag team him, get hits like this where he can't fire back and kind of pin him down. Hold him to where he's not able to do much of anything. And just because I think it looks cool. Those little ships, man, those things are so easy to move. Just bumping their sails. Okay. Now, I was thinking about doing a fire as she goes with this one, with the 3rd rate to fire on that brig. But I really just don't see the reason to now, because he'd only be able to fire a single cannon, single heavy cannon. Now, he does have a chaser gun. He's got a light cannon at the rear. He could fire. But if I fire it from there, that's going to be a fire as she goes with another -2 penalty. And this being a small is a -1, so he'd be losing 3 right off the bat, only hitting on 2s. And that one I would only hit on 3s. So neither one is good. And plus this side having the severe gun damage on him is not good either. So I'm not really sure where he's going to go. I think maybe turning into him would be the best bet. Skip firing on this round, because I think I'm going to go with what I was talking about doing, which is to turn him down here, turn, and then spin around over in this corner to come back around on him. Of course, I'm playing on the far side of the table instead of close. Of course, that's the way it's going to work out. But it could be better, too, to sail around the island and get some distance. But these guys are faster than that 3rd rate. They're going to be able to stay on top of them. They'll keep catching up to him, getting a broadside in here, there, and plinking it away to death. Plus, it'll take forever to get the game going anywhere. And I don't want to turn him south into the straight into the wind. So I think I'm going to do the circle up over here and just see what happens. Ram him, take him down, do a boarding action maybe to take him out. All right, so let's do it this way. He's going to go ahead by 4 inches. And I know he was good because I measured that when I did it yesterday or whenever I was filming to not hit anything. Okay, so right there, lining him up. And we're going to definitely pivot him around. Now I could take that bow shot, or I keep saying bow, stern shot. Ooh, that is very close to 10 inches. I might shoot with that light cannon out the rear just to take a single plink, but let me see if it is over 10 inches, because there's no reason to fire if it's over 10 inches. I'd only hit on a 1, I think. Wait, what else? No. With him, that would be the only thing, because I wouldn't have fire as she goes going. So, over 10 inches away wouldn't be too bad. I would be hitting on 3s. All right, so I had to grab out my tape measurer, and I'm holding it over the rear of the ship, and he is under 10 inches away, barely, just barely under 10 inches away. I know that looks a little off, but it's the angle of the camera. I am leaning down here and taking a look at it. He's just barely in it. It's like 9 3/4 inches. So yeah, we're gonna take that shot with the rear single cannon, little light cannon into the frigate just to do it. Just to do it. Might as well. We got the cannon, got a fire. See if we can luck out and get a 1. Maybe cause a little damage to him. And if not, do a little something. No modifiers are applying. Hitting on 5s. 10. Good thing we didn't put red shot in that thing. Set ourselves on fire. All right. So let's do our last move here. We'll kick forward another. Wait, I got to turn. Cannot forget that I got to turn first. All right. So turn him and get him going in this direction. Right about there. I could turn him harder, but I don't think I want to turn him too hard. Yeah, we'll have him go straight over and then whip her around into their faces. So now we can go forward another. I'm going to go ahead and take this off because it's not going to matter for the remainder of this turn. It would come off at the end of this activation. We'll scoot forward another 4 inches, and then we'll fling things around. Pull him up to right there. Straighten him up, and now we'll give him another turn. Now, this is something about the game that I'm not 100% on, because I think you can fire before or after your turn. It hasn't, in the rule book, I couldn't find anything saying one way or the other about that. So that's the way I've been playing it. If you guys know different, feel free to let me know, but I do believe that is allowed. Yeah, can't get a side shot going off on him on this one. Oh well, we'll put a little dab there at the rear, signify the fact that he did fire out of his butt. So just so y'all can see, for our next round, everybody's in bad positions because I am bad at sailing these ships. The frigate is very likely to hit that island harbor and all that good stuff. The brig's in an okay position. He can just whip around and get stuck back in. But the third rate's still got to sail forward, and he's pointing real close to that edge. It's going to be a tight turn for him to try to make it around on that one. But I'm hoping I can flip him around and come back around in this direction. Maybe circle around over here, get real stuck in with him. A great idea, if I could do it, is I'm going to try to flick him around and get up against that brig. Either the brig or the frigate, either one. If I can get close enough and do a boarding action, that's pretty much going to take it out. Because the third rate has so much more hull and value than either one of those do. If I can get the brig, that's pretty much it. Because he'll crush that brig in a boarding action combat, leaving only the frigate, and that's nowhere near a fair fight. Although, if the brig did tie him down in one spot, the frigate could get up his rear possibly and fire straight up the stern or straight down the bow with the extra damage. Bonus at like, if he got within 3 inches, for example, you can do up to like triple damage. Even more if you're using specialized types of shot to a ship. So if you did that and hit right, you could do all kinds of hurt in a single shot. And that includes on the criticals. So the criticals even get like, you don't have extra criticals, but if the criticals cause damage, their damage is double, triple, whatever is happening during the combat. All right, but you guys stay tuned. We're getting close here to the end. One more loss on the French side is probably going to defeat them. And if they can get some lucky shots onto that third rate, they might be able to bring down the big boy. We'll have to see what happens. Y'all take care. I will see you in the next one.